Okay, this is Slayer Isaiah for another rant video or a kind of a review. Now, I've had a lot of concerns from a lot of things that I've been looking at. Okay, back in the day, gaming used to mean something to me. It used to be if you buy a game, you knew for a fact that that game was whole. It was not like, oh my god, you buy this one game and then to get everything in the game you gotta buy this, you gotta buy that, you gotta buy map packs, you gotta buy, you gotta buy more characters, you gotta buy all sorts of extra levels and extra stuff. I mean, the thing is, you're putting out 60 or so dollars up for the game. Why the hell do we have to put out an extra $30 for a season's pass, or $20, or you buy this one game and you find out it's only episode 1 and there's going to be like 10 episodes, and it's either $5 a piece for the episode to keep going with that one game, or it's like buy the season's pass for $20. Why should we really have to do that? I mean, most of gaming is about buying the game and enjoying it, not having to buy the game finding out that you only got a core, like a little piece of a game. Back then in gaming, it was like you buy a game, like I got down here, like you go to a game store or something, you pick up like Donkey Kong 2, right? You pick it up, you know for a fact, this is a whole fucking game. You don't have to sit here and, oh, I need to buy a DLC that lets me do this. I need to buy something that lets me do that. No, this is a whole fucking game. Why do we need so many transactions? I mean, it's on mobiles, it's on everything. I mean, some of the games are free, but then like they say, "Oh, well, you get to a certain part of the game, right? Like Pokemon Shuffle does the same thing. Like if you want to get further part of the game, you got to turn around and you got to buy these like gems or whatever, or Poke Points and stuff like that." It's kind of annoying because it's like you give me a free game, I get to a certain point and then I can't do shit. I either have to sit here and wait for a stupid timer to go down for which is usually about 5 hours, or I end up buying all these things for like $5 to $10, and then I could just keep playing and playing and playing. But I understand it helps the developers. I understand that, but it's like, can we at least make some of these like microtransactions cheaper? I heard of a few games that came out. They were $60, and to get everything else with the game, it was like $50 or $60. I'm like, really? $120 for that game? When I can go out, I could probably get this for like 25 or 30 and actually have fun playing this game for about 30 hours. And most of the games that they do all the microtransactions for are shit anyway. Like they're games that can be beaten in like 5 hours, 6 hours. Games that the story sucks like bad, and then turn around and what they really want is they want you to play the online mode or the multiplayer mode. I understand, but I'm kind of a guy that likes to get drawn in the story that grabs me and just says, takes me away, and then I'm going, wow, this story is really incredible. I could just sit here and just imagine in my head what that character is going through or what I'm going through. I understand shooting games isn't my forte either, but even if they had a great story, I would love to play them too. I mean, that's why old school is where it's at. That's just the way it is. That's why on my Twitch stream, I want to get this adapter. It's like $15. Also, there's another adapter for like 20. It lets me stream mobile games. Friend was telling me about it. But the reason why I want to get this adapter is because I want to go back and start streaming retro games. Because I got so many of them. Like, over like 6,000 to 7,000 retros. And I would like to just go back because that's where gaming meant something. Where if you buy a game like that, you knew you got the whole thing, not just a little tiny core and then you had to buy the rest of it, and then it makes up this whole game. I just don't get it. I wish... I don't know. It's crazy. It's freaking annoying. It's like you're throwing money away for nothing, for most part. I went to GameStop the other day, and I saw this thing down below, and it says to get everything for Mortal Kombat X, which is a really fun game, in my opinion. I love it. It's one of the top-ranked fighting games now. At least that's what I would say. And it said to get everything in this game, it's $30. To get the season pass, you get everything, and I'm like, wait a minute. If you bought the core part of the game, you spent $60, right? So an extra $30, that's already about $90 you're putting out. And I'm like, that is just, oh my God. It's like, they really want our money. I mean, I don't know if the companies are hurting for money. I don't know if they're just doing it to drag us along or whatever. But it needs to, some of this stuff needs to come down. Half of the stuff, like the seasons pass and stuff, ain't worth it. It's just extra costumes and extra stuff. So what? Are we paying for their work? I mean, anybody... I've noticed a lot of people, even unexperienced people, I've seen games that people made that are really good, and they didn't charge anything, and they didn't put microtransactions in there. You know, I've seen a lot of stuff like that on the internet, or, you know, a few friends of mine that did it. You know, Kingdom Hearts was really good. They didn't need microtransactions. I mean, they changed the game up a little bit. Put a little extra stuff in the game, but it was already in the game. Like Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. You didn't have to do a microtransaction for the data battles. It was already in there. All you have to do is fight the silhouettes, and then you can fight all the data battles. Or technically you can fight the data battles anyway, but you know, the silhouettes unlock the other characters, and then you're able to fight. But I mean, it's just fucking crazy. It makes me go nuts, because it's like, I buy the game, and then the game comes with DLC, like on day one or whatever. I have a collector's edition for PS4, and I don't even have a fucking PS4 for Mortal Kombat X. But because a friend of mine bought it. But the thing is, it's like, it comes with all this DLC and stuff, and then it turns around and says, oh, if you want everything with the game, it's $30 extra. And I'm like, really? I mean, eventually I'll probably get that DLC or whatever, but it's just, oh my God, it's like a pain in the ass, because it's like, you always have to put out your money. It's like, now gaming went from being like something where you just throw a little money here and have entertainment, to you're throwing out like $200 just for a complete game. I mean, almost $100 per game just for DLC. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think the episode type games are decent, but at least like do something like, if you buy this game, you get episode 2 free if you pre-ordered it or something like that. That would be really cool. That would make a lot of sense. And then when episode 3 comes out, then I don't mind like saying, oh, you have to buy this and buy that. I mean, it would be really cool. I would love that a lot. But a lot of games like this, they're really good, and they don't have microtransactions in it. You know, I got tons down here. I got tons up here. Tales Symphonia, on the PS3, it had some microtransactions to it, but the one on GameCube was good enough. In fact, it was better. It was better than the PS3 one by a long shot. The only difference between PS3 and that one is the PS3 one, you can unlock trophies. Big fucking deal. I actually went back to playing the GameCube one because it's more responsive. Right when you hit the joystick, your guy runs really fast, instead of like the PS3 one where it looks like it's a little lagging. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, this has just been another rant video. I know I kind of rambled on about a few things here and there, but the thing is, I have not that many problems with microtransactions. I know I bought a lot myself, but it's just getting to the point where it's getting more and more expensive for almost the same crap that we bought like a year or two ago. I mean, Nintendo does this too now. And theirs is a lot cheaper than PS4 and the Xbox One. I mean, not every transaction is cheaper. I mean, they had a transaction saying if you spent what, like it's $8 per pack for Mario Kart 8, right? It was 16 total. But if you bought the bundle, which was both packs together, it was $12. I was like, hey, that's pretty good. You saved $4. I mean, don't get me wrong, that was great. That was excellent. I know a lot of people didn't buy the single. You know, I know a lot of people pretty much just went $4 more and got the $12 ones for both, which I did, and stuff like that. But it's just freaking crazy. Why can't they do that? You know, like why can't they just say, okay, all the stuff together like this is $30 or $40, but we'll give it to you for $20. Why can't they break it down for you? You know, like when you buy the seasons pass or something like that. Anyway, this, like I said, this has been another rant video, and I hope you guys like it. And if you did, subscribe to my channel, like this video up, and I will be doing more rant videos from my opinion and my standpoint. So I will see you guys later, and thank you. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.